Effect of getting a tattoo. For some people, the process of the pain is the more important part, and the art is just secondary, almost like a rite of passage. Everyone has a different experience with pain and tattoos. Every person would tell you something different.
I have about 7 tattoos. I was 17 when I got my first ones, and my first ones really hurt because they're in my dimples in my back, and it like caves in, so it's only a little bit of skin right there.
Some people are just satisfied with one tattoo, and some are addicted and have as many as 100. Some just like the thrill of the pain as the needle pierces through their flesh, and others just like the story that their body art tells.
My family really doesn't have too much of an opinion on my tattoos now. They don't want me to keep getting a lot of tattoos, but after I got my first one, they really couldn't say anything. My family's pretty much cool about it.
What do you think people's general perception of tattoos is in today's society?
I think it's just more or less, they think it's more of a phase, more of a trend. And they just think that, you know, you see it on TV, everybody has tattoos, but they don't really get the personal meaning behind it. You know, I don't think they understand that I'm getting a tattoo because I want it, you know, and it's because it means something to me, not because I saw LeBron James with a tattoo.
What do I love about getting tattoos? Number one, the adrenaline rush. I love it. I would have to say each tattoo has a meaning and represents a different part of who I am. So that's definitely a plus. Moments about me getting tattoos that I'll never forget. Of course, I'll never forget my first tattoo. And the tattoo I have on my back, I think the first piece, I'll never forget that. And I'll also never forget the longest tattoo that I endured.
My name is Eugene Clean McAdoo. My profession is tattoos. Tattoo art, body modification, that genre. That's what I do for a living. Been doing it 10 years. The first tattoo I ever did on somebody, I had got a tattoo kit in the mail. You know, they'll sell a tattoo kit to anybody. I did it on this cat named Tone, man. You know, he should have beat me up, you know what I'm saying? Because I messed his tat up kind of bad or whatever. But, I mean, I was going to quit after I did it, you know, but my uncle, you know, he saw me later on that day and I was real down or whatever, and he just was like, man, come on and do me a tat. He believed in me doing it, and I did one on him and it didn't look that bad, and that's what kind of kept me in the game or whatever. So that was my first experience doing a tattoo.
When I was in prison, I had one of the other inmates approached me and was like, do you want to learn how to tattoo? I was like, yeah. So he threw me the homemade tattoo materials. I watched other people do a tattoo, saw how it was put together. I mimicked it, and I did the own tattoo. Actually, my first tattoo I did was on myself right here. And then after that, if you just go right here, this whole, actually I just did this today. If you can see that, it's a name. But I did, the first one I did was this geisha. And I actually did another tattoo today too on myself, my sister's name. So, but and then I just been teaching myself. I watch video vlogs of other artists such as Nico Hurtado. He's a world-renowned color artist. I love his work. And I just watch, I'm saying, different stuff and pick up what I can learn from it and just use it in my own, well, apply it to my own techniques.
Approximately how many tattoos have I done in my life? I have no idea. I've done thousands upon thousands of tattoos. I wouldn't know where to even begin to count.
How often do I sterilize and clean my tools? After every session. Actually, I just cleaned them right before I came for this interview. So I just got finished doing the tattoo. So I clean them after each one. The cord, the machine, the table, my cords, my pop box. I use, okay, this is color. Okay, for my ink, right? This is my lining ink, my shading ink. I could dilute it to give my different grades of gray washing. Tints ink, I love it. I just spilled a little bit, so excuse me, because I had to close all the way. It's called Tints True Black, and my colors is by Bloodline. Again, I thought it. And these are my colors, is Bloodline. I just love the way it lays and it just lasts, and it still keeps its color even after the tattoo's done healed. I'm going through the healing process.
Professional tattoo shops should have in place a complete medical grade sterilization process which involves the use of autoclave. There has not been any cases that involve HIV being transmitted through professional tattooing in America. Although there has been a dozen or so reports of HIV being transmitted through tattoos received in jail, tattooing in jail is illegal. There are people who get tattoos for all sorts of reasons. Some people say their tattoos symbolize certain aspects of their lives that they hold dear, and others just say they do it just to have one. Depending on who you're asking, tattoos can be the most painful thing in the world.
How much practice goes into tattoo? I practice every day. I mean, I practice when people think I'm not doing anything at all, I'm usually practicing. I'm usually drawing a picture, doing something, you know what I'm saying? Working on things that I'm not comfortable with. I always try to do stuff that, you know, are outside my comfort zone. You know what I mean? If it's something I don't feel like I'm strong at, then I'm trying to get strong at it, you know? Because people walk in here every day and they want to test and see what I'm good at and what I'm not, you know? So I always try to stay on top of my game.
I've done, probably so far in my life, I've done about over 2,000 tattoos.
I love meeting new people. You know, before I did tattoos, I ain't had that many friends. So I like the fact that I can meet new people. That's my favorite part of the job, and that I get to use my art. You know, I can make money from nothing. I can just draw pictures all day and make money from that. So that's a cool thing about it too. And I like the swag that I give people. Like when they get a new tattoo, they feel like a new person. I like that. So I mean, there's a lot of things I like about it. You know,
the history and what I know about the art of tattooing. From what I know, it goes all the way back to African culture. It used to be something that was used to signify your ranking in the society in which you lived in.
I mean, my knowledge is, you know, I don't proclaim to know everything about it. I've been doing it 10 years. I've worked in and out of different shops with different people and things like that. You know, to my knowledge, you know, tattoos originated in Africa, you know, with the tribal type of deal, you know, where they would put cuts on each other. That's how they made differences between the different tribes. You knew what tribe you were from the different markings on your body and stuff like that, you know. So that's my knowledge of it. And, you know, just, you know, I mean, so much stuff to learn in the game, you know what I mean?
A little history. I know that Africans used to use tattoos to represent what tribe they were from. And don't quote me on this, but I think Native Americans did this as well.
Would I change or would I remove any tattoos to make more money? That's a hard question. I mean, I enjoy my tattoos. I enjoy who I am. So probably not. I mean, I'd rather be who I am than be somebody that I'm not.
Well, I was out at the car lot, foreign Italian or whatever. I like foreign cars or whatever. Was out there shopping, and you know, the guys walking around, they all bougie. They got these suits on. You know, these guys making bread, man. You know what I'm saying? And they go to ask me what I do. I said I do tattoos, and they like, yeah. You know, they come out these suits and everything, man. They got, you know what I'm saying? They covered in tats up under that stuff, but you wouldn't know it just to look at them, you know. So, you know, I feel like it's becoming a lot more acceptable. You know, people think it's a fad, but I mean, they last forever. So I don't know how it could be a fad of having tattoos. You know what I'm saying?
I hate facial tattoos. Because number one, the tattoo's already going to be on your body for the rest of your life. Who wants to be old and wrinkly with teardrops and crosses? That's ugly. Like, why can't you put it somewhere else? I hate them.
So you
yes. Like my tattoos, you can't, if I have a shirt on, you can't even tell I have any tattoos. Like now, you can't tell I have anything. So I think there's a place for every tattoo. Just stop.
When I got into the game, I saw myself being a tattooist for the rest of my life. Right now, I just want to get money. So, but you know, I just want to be wealthy in my life and have a lot of bread and be able to sit around and let my money make my money. But I mean, as far as tattoos, yeah, I see it being something I do for the rest of my life, just out of the fact that I love doing them, but not necessarily for the money.